made it out of Dane Cook International Airport in Madison, Wisconsin. Had a little layover in Detroit, Michigan. And flew out of Boston this morning. It's day 0. Walking out of the airport now. I'm heading to my hotel. I have some stuff that I need to gather before I get on trail. I need to grab my trekking poles. There was a little bit of an issue with the mailing of those. I couldn't fly them and I didn't know I was gonna check this bag. But should have just checked them to begin with. But my tent uses those trekking poles as supports. So I need to figure that out before I get on trail. Trying to pick them up from the mail tomorrow because today's Sunday, which means the post offices aren't open. It's also about 9 a.m. I forgot to change my clock over. I'm an hour over from Eastern Standard Time. That airport was fucking beautiful. It did look like it was maybe trapped in the 70s with the rugs and stuff, but I really dug it. I dug the vibe. I got off the airport. I was not expecting that. And now it's a little bit chilly. It's perfect weather to walk in, and I have a few mile walk. I don't think I'll be able to get in the hotel at 10 a.m. But I have some resupply stuff I need to get. I need to get some fuel canisters for the partner that I'm gonna be hiking with, so crates, and myself. Yeah, I'm excited to finally be here. So, in my first few hours, I've noticed, not even a few hours, it's been about an hour. Leaves are starting to change color on the trees, which I'm pretty excited for. This weekend was really stressful. There's a lot of moving parts and it's still not complete. I'm still not actually on trail. But yesterday, less than 12 hours ago, I was watching Billy Joel and Stevie Nicks perform.
Of all is how you need you and how you needed me to. That hasn't happened for the longest time.
In Foxborough, Massachusetts. And now I'm listening to Three Dog Night telling me about all the joy in this world. And I'm starting to believe it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bum around the hotel because it's still relatively early and they probably won't let me in until 3. So I might have to go for the resupply before I get a nap in, which kind of sucks. But be all right. It's not the end of the world. It's gonna keep going. I made a quick stop at the Quick Stop. Huh, would you look at that? I made a quick stop at the Quick Stop, grabbed a soda, grabbed a couple of other things. Still trying to bum around, waste some time. But yeah, it's nice. Really nice out. A little chilly when I got here. It's still a little chilly, there's a nice breeze. But I've shed a few layers. I'm walking. What could be better? Never been to Madison. I don't know what Hy-Vee is. I'm wondering if it's a grocery store. So I'll have to check it out. The Madison Plaza Hotel. Rest in peace. Hate to see it. Oh, and an Aldi. There's a number of options I could go to for a resupply. Look at that. Okay, so that was about 4 miles to the hotel. Wasn't too bad, the weather was great, temperature was great. Stopped at a gas station, grabbed a soda, upgraded my room so I could get in like 6 hours early, take a nap because I am exhausted, and start planning this thing. I think I might be a little unprepared for this trail, but that's okay. Toe socks. Hate them. Don't like the way the toe socks look, but they're fantastic for my blisters. Oh. It's gonna be interesting getting back into shape and getting my trail legs. I anticipate a week from now, I'm gonna be brutally exhausted, starting to be able to hike high distances, high miles, long miles. Nice little motel with no electricity. I really need it though. Oh. Yeah, I do think it's nap time. So I had to run out, I had to resupply a little bit, get myself ready to get on trail tomorrow. And I figured while I pack such things up, I could go through what's in my pack. Oh, a lot of stuff in here. I've got a bunch of different ramen options, some protein packets, and dehydrated meal. I got some electrolytes in here, some hot sauce, and I have this drip coffee filter, which means I can make myself actual coffee out on trail. Comes in very useful, very useful. Who complains about fresh coffee on trail though? As for the rest of the food that I got, I made, before I came here, some fruit leathers. Strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, Granny Smith apples, blueberries, and some cranberry juice. And put it in a dehydrator for a bit. It's delicious. As for the stuff that I picked up, fuel for myself and my hiking partner Socrates, who is out there already, who I'm meeting, so we can cook. I have some KT tape for my ankles. My ankles start popping from a little bit of tendonitis, so this helps tremendously keep pushing forward. Couple of electrolyte mixes. I have some already. I have a full package of this great value fruit punch. And then I have a caffeine thing, and then just an electrolyte one. Those should be good. Those should be great. Rocking with smart water bottles. Dental floss, very important for dental hygiene out there. Shit gets stuck in your teeth often. Jerky, meat, potatoes, instant mashed potatoes, peanut butter. Of course, I forgot some stuff at Walmart, which is why I had to go take a second trip. This is my little secret. I bring bags of chips out on the trail because I'm a snacker. Got some bars, got some more jerky, never have enough protein, and I got some frosted brown sugar cinnamon toaster pastries, some Pop-Tarts, some off-brand. probably leave one out for breakfast in the morning, but I can start putting them in these odor-proof bags because I did not want to carry my bear canister. It's an extra 2 pounds, and if I don't have to, screw it, right? Mashed potatoes. I'm gonna have to find a way that's conducive for what I want to pull out first. I'm assuming that I'd like to keep some of these at the top and maybe some easy snacks like the bars, but I am carrying too much food, and I'm carrying too much clothes. I am not ultralight by any means. Maybe someday, but not today. I like carrying comforts a little bit. These can go in my waist. Quick access. Laundry money. And I think that might do it for food. My tent fits in this little collapsible bag. You'll see it in the future videos. It's a trekking pole tent from 6 Moon Designs. It's pretty light. I think it's sub 3 pounds at least. Might be sub 2. Single wall. There's no rain cover. It's a part of it. It's more like a tarp with bug nets kind of connected. I like it. I like it quite a bit. It's light. But you need trekking poles, which is the only thing I don't have right now because it's in the mail, which is why I'm in here and not on trail. The bag is in disarray from flying from checking the bag. Not in any sort of order. I got my Thermarest Vesper. It's a 20-degree quilt. And I combined that with this Thermarest little mushroom pillow that expands. It's one of my favorite luxury items is this nice little pillow that I got. Don't need it. I could just sleep on the pad, but the extra comfort it adds makes it so much worth it. So much worth it. I don't know. Okay. Put the tent in there. Actually, probably get the quilt in there first. It's the last thing I'll need. I have my pack liner, which I think adds about 15 degrees of warmth. It's a Sea to Summit Thermolite. I love it. Keeps my quilt clean. Keeps me warm. I also use a contractor bag to keep everything waterproof because I don't really want to stop to have to put on a pack liner if it starts raining. It's all about being quick. These are my supports for the tent. They go inside and then the trekking poles kind of rest on top. It's a big bag, that's for damn sure. Try and get some food in there. I think next. Oh no, clothing. I don't need clothing while I'm picking. Let's go through all the clothes that I'm bringing. And there's a bit, that's for sure. So let's go through it. Socks. What am I doing for socks? I've got a few different options because I find that my feet kind of blister up in different ways and I like to have different options that'll hit my feet differently inside of my shoe so it won't rub on the same parts over and over again. I have 4 pairs of hiking socks, which I will switch throughout the day, and 1 pair of sleeping socks. Sure. I have 2 pairs of Darn Toughs. These ones have little owls on them. And I have 2 pairs of toe socks because I find these help my toe blisters just so much. I hate the way they look. I hate putting them on. especially if they're wet. And I hate seeing the toes wiggle. But if they work, they work. Wear that today. And then I have Wranglers for my sleep socks. They're a bit heavier duty, keep me a little bit warmer. On top of that, I have my long johns, my long john bottoms. I'm expecting it to get pretty chilly here, if I'm gonna be honest. Maybe not freezing, but colder than I like, and I'm a little bit of a baby when it comes to the cold. I also have a long john top if it gets particularly cold. I have this thermal from LL Bean, which is pretty heavy. I probably could have done a puffy, but this is what I had, this is what I liked. It's obscenely warm. I plan to use this for early mornings before I strip down to this like I did today, and maybe for late nights if it's really, really chilly and my long johns don't have enough in it. I have 2 pairs of underwear, the ones that I'm wearing, and these pair of thieves. He's hiked in Florida with me. I have a lighter sleeping shirt if I don't want to wear my long john top. This is also hunter orange because it is hunting season in pretty much all of Wisconsin. I don't know if there's a time it's not hunting season, so I'd like to have my hunting orange to at least attach to the bag if need be. And I have my town dress. I like wearing a dress in town. It's really freeing if you get the picture. It's nice. Comfortable too. And I have this Carhartt beanie and this bucket hat that I found on the Seminole Reservation down in the Everglades. Depending on what the weather's like, I will switch between them. And then these are my hiking pants. I believe they are REI brand. They turn into shorts, which I like. I mostly hike in the pants, but they like protect from wind and the sun. But if it gets particularly hot, I can take off the pants and make them shorts. And I've got a pretty heavy belt. So weight, I mean, it's something I think about, but it's not something that I want to get overly bogged down with trying to get myself so low that I'm going to be uncomfortable out there, because it's just too much. The gear's too expensive for me, at least right now. I'm fine with carrying 25 pounds, 30 pounds. I believe my base weight without water or food was around 22, 23 pounds, which is not the lowest it's been. I think the lowest it's been was 19, but that was in the summer and wasn't hiking as long a distance, so I didn't need as much. But yes, I understand this is a lot of clothes and I could probably cut back on it, but also I'm not gonna. You guys listen to when you're out on trail. I have a little playlist going for this particular trail. I like to make playlists while I'm out and fill it with songs that I listen to often while I'm hiking. So I have a little bit of a memory of it. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I have a Tyvek ground sheet for under my tent. It's a little bit of back support, not that this doesn't have pretty good back support. Make myself some Koyo ramen tonight. Thank you, my sister. My sister got me those when she was visiting home before both of us left. Things get crushed in there. It's not the end of the world, although I don't love a crushed Pop-Tart. Toaster pastry of it. Then I have my little bag of stuff in here with all my chargers and whatnot. You guys are gonna I could save weight definitely in charging, but because I'm going to be recording videos, I didn't ever want to run out of battery on anything. Here's the other sock. So I have two 20,000 milliamps. I have 10,000 milliamp. And then I have a 5,000 milliamp, but also has multiple USBs, so I can charge it and a couple of these at the same time. Make things more efficient, more power, you know. I already gotta carry an outlet anyway to charge stuff. And I also have all the cables, the respective cables that go with it, an iPhone charger, micro USB for my headlamp. Ticket to the airport that I guess I don't really need anymore. I also have a first aid kit, which is doing rough. The zippers fell off. I don't use most of the stuff in here. I have some nail clippers that I use. I have Band-Aids if I need to. I don't carry a water filter. All I carry is bleach, and I'll put 2 drops per liter of this. Learned that from Hiker Out and About and Hiker Flamingo. Just makes things quicker. I really can't be bothered with filtering water at the end of the day. Not that it's difficult work, it's just time consuming, and I don't want to be bothered. I have some rope that I'm debating getting rid of. I used it to secure my bag when I was checking it to make sure nothing fell off of the outside of it. It's not bad to have, but I also have rope for my bear hang if I need to. Hopefully I won't need to. I have a fire starter just in case. I also have a lighter. This is my spoon. It's a titanium from Tokes. I think it weighs like 14 grams. This is my cook pot, which inside I have a little cleaning rag, or bandana I suppose. A full bottle of Dr. Bronner's for myself to clean pot myself with. I have the Pocket Rocket Deluxe 2 with a fire starter on it, which is cool. And then I have this little Stanley cookware set. It comes with 2 of these. I don't need 2 of them. The only reason why I bring 1 is so I can make coffee in the morning. Otherwise, I wouldn't even bother. And that all fits nicely together. I have some headphones from the airplane that I am definitely gonna get rid of. I have this little attachment for my phone to attach to my tripod. I have my tripod and my GoPro. Well, my father's GoPro, but I'm gonna be using it. I carry a little bit of toilet paper. I mean, I suppose this isn't a little bit, but I don't really use it. I am a big fan of this. This might be one of my favorite investments that I've ever made. It is a portable bidet, and it can go on top of these smaller ones and a little bit wider ones. And see that hole? Water fills up through there, and you can spray it out, and it gets a pretty good line up there. You stick it under, clean yourself. Helps with leave no trace because you're not burying a ton of toilet paper. I'll use a piece to like dap myself up if I need to. It's kind of gross, but through hiking can be gross. Dental floss, toothpaste, toothbrush. I've got Ziplocs for wet clothes. I got Ziplocs for dirty toilet paper if I need to. I have Ziplocs for trash, leave no trace. I have Ziplocs. I'm not short of Ziplocs. They come in very useful. I have another auxiliary med pack, which I will consolidate because I recently found this, but the only thing of note in here is this Body Glide. This anti-chafe stuff. Wow. Just wow. Just wow. Is all I have to say. I will forever be a fan of Body Glide. I have some pencils for my journal. I like to journal while I'm out on trail. Helps me reflect, helps me remember, and you know, it's nice to read back on old times and old stories. It's good stuff in here. Headlamp. Smoke cigarettes, which is not great for trail, but I'm trying to quit. Roll my own. And I think that does it for my bag of miscellaneous stuff. I think this just brings us to the outside of my pack. Let's get this all packed up first. It's heavy. Cut probably 2 pounds, but not right in there. Maybe more. I'll have a link to my Spotify playlist, as I was talking about earlier. If you're inclined to listen to what I'm listening to. Not that I will be including a lot of music because copyright. Not that I'm getting paid for this. And my lighter pack, the layout of what my pack might be, what I thought my pack might look like prior to coming out here. A little spreadsheet. Oh, I also carry this little biff, I guess. Gator. Usually I either wear it around my neck, around my head to stop sweat, or and a face mask if and I need to. Do I look handsome? This will probably live closer to the top. Because now, with all the stuff I have this time, I think I might actually need the full 65 liters that this backpack offers me. But typically I just have a bunch of space at the top. Cool. Other than that, I have these, my Champion slides. You know, I don't recommend, but I don't not recommend as camp shoes. I'd rather have my Crocs, but if you scroll back a few videos and watch them out to Tecumseh one in New Hampshire, you'll see that I lost a Croc up there. So I had to go with something else for camp shoes. For my tent stakes, I have kind of a hodgepodge. I probably should have a couple more rather than just the amount that I need, but I've got some MSR groundhogs. I got these curved ones, and then I have this really, really light straight one that I think I found this in West Virginia. New River Gorge. For rain, I have this Outdoor Research little rain and probably windbreaker at this point. I love this thing. It's super light. It's kept me dry in many a situation. Next up, I have a bug net, which I don't really use all that often. I'll use it if I'm cowboy camping in an area that's particularly buggy. Doesn't hinder me or anything. I just never really think to use it, but I have it. I was also warned of the rain, and I saw a ton of rain this summer in New England. So for the first time, I brought an umbrella. A 6 Moon Design, silver shadow, light as hell. I'm excited to get out there and use it and not be completely soaked all the time. Sorry if this is more me rambling than a prepared video, but that's exactly what it is. It's me rambling. I keep my pad on the outside. I use a Nemo switchback. I love this thing. I use it as a sit pad, a sleep pad. It's nice. You didn't see that. I'll just usually keep this about maybe here. If it gets too cold, I might have a inflatable one set out, but I'd really rather just use this because it is significantly lighter than my inflatable. But we'll see. As for stuff that can go on top, it's Chex Mix. Actually, I'll be eating this, so it'll go down in volume. Soak crates, fuel, a hat maybe on top. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I have my wallet, I have my sunglasses and stuff like that. But that's the bag. That is the bag. So yeah, it's a bit heavy, especially with all that food that I just picked up. But it'll only go down. It'll only go down in weight. Do I look cool? I feel cool. I'm pumped to be out here. And yes, I know I look like friggin' SpongeBob in this damn shirt, but yellow's my favorite color, so go screw. This has holes so I can put my fingers through. It wicks away sweat nicely. And also, a little sun hood. So yeah, I think I'm gonna make some food, imbibe on some Mountain Dew, and yeah, kind of get everything in order to pick up my trekking poles and get ready to go. I should be meeting up with Soul Crates Tuesday or Wednesday in Baraboo, Wisconsin, which I believe is about an hour and a half north of here. I think I'm gonna head to Baraboo on Monday, which is tomorrow. Hike a bit north, camp, maybe continue hiking north until I run into Socrates and can start hiking southwards with him on his journey. He just crossed the 600-mile mark today, which means he's halfway done. And I believe that means that I'm doing 580, 560, something around there. It should be a fantastic time. I'm already having a fantastic time. But yeah, food, snack, chillax for a little bit. I have more chillaxing to do tomorrow until I can pick up my trekking poles from the mail. It should be around the afternoon. We'll see. But yeah, this is a really good day zero. Very interesting. Day zeros always kind of are interesting. It can be filled with anxiety, but this time I feel just a complete sense of relief to be out here, to be back on my own, to be back just worrying about food, water, and shelter every day. Something to be said about those being your only priority, giving yourself a lot of time to process a lot of stuff you may be needing to process, which is why I like being out here. The solitariness, along with the community that comes along with it. There's really good people out there, and people want to help people, and I find that I see that way more when I'm through hiking. But yeah, day zero.